Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Siti Alda Ibrahim with students number is E3202100026. I'm from Department of English Education in Extensive Reading Class A. In this video I want to reading chapter 9, The Call of the Wild. In the fall, many moths come to the valley because it was warmer. Buck wanted to hunt a big mouse. The biggest mouse was 6 feet tall and had enormous antlers. He was much bigger and stronger than Buck. When he saw Buck, he growled angrily. Buck followed the mouse for many hours. He was clever and tough. I must separate him from his group. Panggilan alam liar. Di musim gugur, banyak rusa datang ke lembah karena itu lebih hangat. Buck ingin berburu rusa besar. Itu rusa terbesar, tingginya 6 kaki dan memiliki tanduk sangat besar. Dia jauh lebih besar dan lebih kuat dari Buck. Ketika dia melihat Buck, dia menggeram marah. Buck mengikuti rusa itu selama berjam-jam. Dia pintar dan berpikir, saya harus memisahkan dia dari kelompoknya. It was not easy, but by evening the mouse was away from his group. Buck started to attack him. Wild animals are patient. They don't hurry, they wait for the right moment and then they attack. Buck knew how to wait. For 4 days, Buck attacked and jumped away. Then he danced in front of the big mouse. He never left him alone. The mouse couldn't eat, drink, sleep, or rest. He became very tired and very weak and stopped for long periods. So Buck ate, drank, and rested. At the end of the 4th day, Buck killed the big mouse. For a day and a night he stayed by the dead mouse, and ate and slept. When he was rich and strong, he decided to return to John Thornton. Itu tidak mudah, tetapi pada malam hari rusa itu jauh dari kelompoknya. Buck mulai menyerangnya, hewan liar yang sabar. Mereka tidak terburu-buru, mereka menunggu saat yang tepat dan kemudian mereka menyerang. Buck tahu bagaimana harus menunggu. Untuk 4 hari Buck menyerang dan melompat. Kemudian dia menari di depan rusa besar. Dia tidak pernah meninggalkannya sendirian. Rusa itu tidak bisa makan, minum, tidur, atau istirahat. Dia menjadi sangat lelah dan sangat lemah dan berhenti untuk waktu yang lama sehingga Buck makan, minum, dan beristirahat. Di penghujung hari keempat, Buck membunuh rusa besar. Selama sehari dan malam dia tinggal di dekat rusa yang mati dan makan dan tidur. Ketika dia istirahat dan kuat, dia memutuskan untuk kembali ke John Thornton. When Buck was 5 miles from camp, he smelled something strange, something terrible. He started running fast. The forest was silent. There were no birds and no small animals. Near some trees, he found the dead body of Nick. He had an arrow in his body. He found another sled dog with an arrow in his neck. Near the camp, Buck heard voice singing. Then he found Hans' body with arrows in his back. A wild, terrible anger grew in Buck. He couldn't control his anger. He saw the Yihad Indians dancing at Thornton's camp, and he suddenly attacked them. He wanted to destroy them. Buck was faster than the wind. He jumped at the Indians with all his strength and endangered. He cut the throat of 2 Indians with his sharp teeth. Nothing could stop him, and he killed many Yihad. He was like a devil. The Indians escaped into the forest, but Buck followed them. When Buck returned to the camp, he found Peter's body. He followed the Thornton's smell to a pool. Buck knew the Thornton's body was in the pool. He stayed by the pool all day. He knew John Thornton was dead. Now he was very sad and alone. When he looked at the dead Yihad, he was proud of himself. That night there was a full moon. Buck heard the sounds of the forest. They became louder. It was the call of the wild, and he was ready to obey. John Thornton was dead, and he was completely free. Ketika Buck berada 5 mil dari perkemahan, dia mencium sesuatu yang aneh, sesuatu yang mengerikan. Dia mulai berlari cepat, hutan sunyi, tidak ada burung dan tidak ada binatang kecil. Di dekat beberapa pohon dia menemukan mayat Nick. Dia punya panah di tubuhnya. Dia menemukan anjing kereta luncur lain dengan panah di tangannya dan leher. Di dekat camp, Buck mendengar suara-suara bernyanyi. Kemudian dia menemukan Hans, tubuh Hans dengan panah di punggungnya. Kemarahan yang liar dan mengerikan tumbuh di Buck. Dia tidak bisa mengendalikan amarahnya. Dia melihat orang India Nehat menari di perkemahan Thornton dan dia tiba-tiba menyerang mereka. Dibinasakan untuk menghancurkan mereka. Buck lebih cepat dari angin. Dia melompat ke arah orang-orang India dengan semua kekuatan miliknya dan kemarahannya. Dia memotong tenggorokan 2 orang Indian dengan giginya yang tajam. Tidak ada yang bisa menghentikannya, dan dia membunuh banyak jahat. Dia seperti setan. Orang-orang Indian itu melarikan diri ke dalam hutan, tetapi Buck mengikuti mereka. Ketika Buck kembali ke camp, dia menemukan tubuh pete. Dia mengikuti bau Thornton ke kolam. Buck tahu tubuh Thornton berada di kolam. Dia tinggal di tepi kolam sepanjang hari. Dia tahu John Thornton sudah mati. Sekarang dia sangat sedih dan sendirian. Ketika dia melihat Yehat yang sudah mati, dia bangga pada dirinya sendiri. Malam itu ada bulan purnama. Buck mendengar suara hutan. Mereka menjadi lebih keras. Itu adalah panggilan dari alam liar. Dan dia siap untuk mematuhinya. John Thornton sudah mati dan dia benar-benar bebas. A wolf pack entered Buck's folly. He watched them silently. They were afraid because Buck was so big. Then one wolf jumped at Buck and he attacked and broke the wolf's neck. 3 other wolves jumped at him but he attacked them. Finally, all the wolf pack attacked Buck. He jumped at them with his great strength and intelligence. They couldn't stop him. After half an hour, the pack went away. They were very tired. One wolf was friendly and went close to Buck. Buck remembered him. It was his wild brother. They touched noses. Other wolves come to make friends. An old wolf sat down, looked at the moon and howled. The other sat down and howled too. Buck did the same. Soon the wolves were all around Buck and smelled him. Then they ran into the forest and Buck ran with them. His wild brother ran by his side. Perhaps this is the end of Buck's story, but after a few years the Yehat Indians saw that some wolves had brown and their gray coats. They also saw a ghost dog at the front of the wolf pack. When the Yehats follow the moose, they don't enter a certain valley. In the summer, there is a visitor in that valley, a big golden brown wolf. He's bigger than any other wolf. He goes to a yellow stream, stops there and then howls. But he isn't always alone. He's the leader of the wolf pack. He runs in the moonlight and sings the song of the pack. Sekelompok serigala memasuki lembah Buck. Dia memperhatikan mereka dalam diam. Mereka takut karena Buck begitu besar. Kemudian, satu serigala melompat ke Buck dan dia menyerang dan mematahkan leher serigala. 3 serigala lain melompat ke arahnya, tetapi dia menyerang mereka. Akhirnya, semua kawanan serigala menyerang Buck. Dia melompat ke arah mereka dengan kekuatan dan kecerdasannya yang luar biasa. Mereka tidak bisa menghentikannya. Setelah setengah jam paket itu pergi, mereka sangat lelah. Satu serigala ramah dan mendekati Buck. Buck mengingatnya dia itu adalah saudaranya yang liar. Mereka menyentuh hidung. Serigala lain datang untuk mencari teman. Seekor serigala tua duduk menatap bulan dan melolong. Yang lain duduk dan melolong juga. Buck melakukan hal yang sama. Serigala-serigala itu ada di sekitar Buck dan mencium baunya. Kemudian mereka berlari ke hutan dan Buck berlari bersama mereka. Kakaknya yang liar berlari di sisinya. Mungkin ini adalah akhir dari cerita Buck. Tapi setelah beberapa tahun, Yihat Indian melihat bahwa beberapa serigala memiliki mantel abu-abu coklat. Mereka juga melihat anjing hantu di depan kawanan serigala. Ketika para Yihat mengikuti rusa besar itu, mereka tidak memasuki tempat tertentu lembah. Di musim panas, ada pengunjung di lembah itu. Sebuah lembah besar, serigala coklat keemasan. Dia lebih besar dari serigala lainnya. Dia pergi ke aliran kuning, berhenti di sana, dan kemudian melolong. Tapi dia tidak selalu sendiri. Dia adalah pemimpin dari kawanan serigala. Dia berjalan di bawah sinar bulan dan menyanyikan lagu Pack. Maybe just that I can tell you and reading story chapter 9. Thank you for your attention and see you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.